Ready to Loot's Play? Here's everything you need to know about Borderlands 3. Is your trigger finger suitably primed for officially 1 billion guns? Well, the good news is that you've still got a few months to get your head around that number before Borderlands 3 launches in September. After the official extended reveal this week, there's plenty of new additions to learn to get yourself fully prepped for the return of the cel-shaded Gearbox franchise. What's important to note though is that this is still the game you know and love. There's no Battle Royale mode or Destiny-style games as a service here. Borderlands is still very much Borderlands and packed with more loot than you can shake an annoying sentient yellow robot at. Consider this as handing you a golden key to a chest of information, from alternate fire modes to sliding into action. Here's everything you need to know about Borderlands 3.
Oh, it's you! Apologies, it's dark and I've never actually cleaned this monocle.
Okay, so first things first, I have a feeling we're not in Pandora anymore, Toto. Okay, well, that's not technically true. You do start in Pandora and can return, but for the first time in the history of the franchise, we're heading out of the Pandora system and into unknown galaxies of mysterious new planets. And how do we do this? Well, in the Sanctuary 3, of course, the brand new hub spaceship, complete with gun salesman Marcus, Moxie's bar, Tannis on dog duties, and your very own customizable player quarters. Here you can shoot the breeze, sometimes literally in Marcus's firing range, stick guns up on the walls, collect trophies for Hammerlock to hang proudly, or just try your luck at the usual grenade-producing slot machines. Also here for the first time is a guaranteed way to stop losing loot. Just like Destiny's Postmaster, this Space Lost and Found machine collects all of your lost loot and spits it out. No more crying over spilled legendary weaponry. If all of these handy benefits in one place wasn't enough, there's also plenty in here for fans of the series. A slew of recognisable faces wander the perfect cel-shaded hallways, so whether you've played more Borderlands than you care to admit, or are just here for the neon lights, Borderlands 3 is happy to deliver. Oh, and no one knows why this is the third Sanctuary. The first one was your hub in Borderlands 2, so it might be best not to know what happened to its direct sequel.
Alright, let's get to it.
Borderlands 3 brings 4 fresh new Vault Hunters to the fray: Amara the Siren, Zane the Operative, Flak the Beastmaster, and Mose the Gunner. We got hands-on with both Amara and Zane, two very different characters that showed off the extent to which Borderlands 3 is pushing personalisation. Reach level 3 with your chosen Vault Hunter and you'll be able to choose from 3 action skill sets. Amara's skill trees are Brawl, Fist of the Elements and Mystical Assault, while Zane has Undercover, Hitman and Double Agent. Unlike the rest of the Vault Hunters, Zane can actually equip 2 action skills instead of just 1. Lucky. Delve deeper into these skill trees and things get ridiculously exciting. Skills can be modified and augmented as you progress, making sure that your Vault Hunter perfectly fits your playstyle, whether that's sending out clones of yourself to shoot foes, or Amara's Phase Slam that's like an electric version of the Hulk. This means that co-op is going to be seriously good fun as we dive into fights with our very own ultra-personalised set of killer tricks. No one could ever accuse Borderlands guns of being boring, but Gearbox has gone back to the drawing board just in case to make sure that our foes are constantly on their toes. Well, before we fire giant exploding spheres at them that probably remove their toes, or maybe some guns on tiny legs. No, seriously, guns on tiny legs. Anyway, back to alternate fire modes. You won't find this on every single weapon, but a stack of your new arsenal comes with 2 different attacks.
And some guns now include an alternate shooting mode. Try it out.
Sometimes this will be the Game of Thrones combo of fire and ice, but other times it might just be normal bullets and tiny missiles, or perhaps even firing a tracking dart with one mode that then means all the other bullets don't even need to be aimed. Combo this up with the movement upgrades I'm going to talk about in a minute, and everything here is about feeling like an interplanetary John Wick, just without having the dog revenge mission. It's probably a good thing then that there are more bosses than ever to take down. Yet again, it's not like we were slow per se in previous Borderlands games, but the way we interact with the world in Borderlands 3 has been fully upgraded. Met with cheers during last week's livestream was the fact that we can now slide happily across the ground mid-battle. Nice. Oh, let's see that one more time. Sliding and not thinking about the effect it's having on your clothing. So, this isn't an enormous upgrade, but just adds yet another layer to an already delicious loot cake. And sliding isn't all we can do. We can now mantle to reach new areas, and barrels in the world are no longer fixed in place, letting us toss them forwards at enemies for when a bullet, or 300, just won't do. This feels like a far more interactive world than just a mere shooting gallery, and with the skills and augmentations I talked about earlier, this is a far richer, murdery sandbox than ever before. Even little additions like radiation damage, which replaces slag, where enemies explode and infect other surrounding foes, or just being able to refill all your ammo at once, are bonus extras that really make this a murder party where everyone's invited. And here's the best news. No one is going to steal your loot in Borderlands 3. No random individual is going to yank that incredible gun from under your nose because you chose to take a sip of coffee instead of brawling to pick up an item. Loot in Gearbox's latest is instanced, and not only will everyone get everything, but it's even geared to your level, so you'll get the high-powered guns to match your ranking, even if you are playing with those who've just started the game. Now, it's important to say that this is optional. You can turn off instancing and go back to your old-school ways, but this brings Borderlands 3 into line with games like Destiny, where you'll always get the loot that you've worked towards at the right level for you. And yes, just to repeat, even if you're playing co-op with low-level friends, the game will always scale up your weaponry for you, so you're not just left picking up pea shooters when you actually want something, well, a bit bigger. And finally, if it wasn't already clear enough, customization is key in Borderlands 3. This is a world where you can choose any one of a billion guns, endlessly tweak your Vault Hunter's skills, and even have a set custom emote and respawn animation. Oh, and no, we don't know if you can floss yet. Vehicle customization is a big deal this time around too. Not only can you find cars out in the world, you can actually hijack enemy vehicles if you quite fancy their hubcaps or, built-in weaponry. Head to a catch-a-ride and you can then completely customize your perfect car with the bits from everyone else's. Here you can change wheels, looks, and of course tools for making the rest of the world go boom. Not that there's any shortage of that.
Let's take one out, see if we can find where they're getting this stuff.
So that's everything you need to know about the joyously trigger-happy Borderlands 3, which is out on September the 13th this year. Let us know what you're most excited about in the comments below. Drop us a like if you're looking forward to exploring the Sanctuary 3, and don't forget to subscribe to Logitech G for more videos just like this one. If you do already subscribe, remember to hit that notification bell so that you know exactly when our next content drops.